So now we are comparing. So far we have discussed about functional structure and divisional structure. So now we are about to compare both the structures. First one in meaning we know very well. The functional organization structure, it depends upon what the functional departments like HR, marketing, production, finance, what information and technology, research and development. So we will divide the department based upon the functional activities and operations. But here in divisional structure, we will divide the organization. We will go for the organization structure based upon the product, one product under one department. Okay, what is product? Like as we discussed, uh, Tata Voltas, Tata LMV. There is lightweight motors, heavyweight motors. That is lorry, trucks, containers. So then Tata Salt, Tata watches like Titan, Sonata. So based upon the product, they will divide the divisional structure. So formation, basis of functions, functional departments like functions of functional department like production, marketing, HR, finance. So the similar work we will combine together and we will make it as a department, and that work will be carried over within that functional structure. So, but what about this divisional? It is a base that we will create the divisional structure based upon the product what we are dealing. Then specialization, it leads functional specialization. Like for example, as we discussed, Pravi as a accounts manager is working as a finance manager in our organization, so he'll be expertise only in his core area. So always, even we have discussed in what demerits of functional structure, it is narrow focused. What do you mean by narrow? So we will stick on to only our task, what we are task, what about the task we are doing, our routine task. Okay, so that is what specialization. So but here in a divisional structure, it is not about specialization, it is about product specialization. So if a person who is working in Reliance footwear, he will be experts only in Reliance footwear. If a person working in Reliance Fresh or else Reliance S Mart, S Mart is a supermarket. Okay, so he will be expertise only in his particular product what he is dealing. So the specialization, functional structure, functional specialization is about the task and job description, based upon the job description. But what about divisional structure? It is based upon the product. Then responsibility, even we can call it as a accountability. It is difficult to responsible on particular department on a it is difficult to fix responsibility on particular department. Why? Because each and every department are interdependent to each other. For example, HR people has to do what staffing right person for the right job. So the production, the quality of the production and quality of the product is totally depends upon human resource, HR. So it is very difficult to fix the water responsibility. But what whereas in a product, if there is in divisional structure, it is easy to fix responsibility for performance on the department. Why? Because it is a divisional. Here each and every department will not depend each other. For Reliance Smart, they will focus only on their products. If it is Reliance footwear, they will focus only on their core products. So their department will not be interdependent. So next one is managerial development. So there are less chances for overall development as manager because becomes specialized in one function only. So if a person working in HR department, okay, so he will be expert only in HR. It for him it is not possible to work in production. For him it is not possible to work in and how to design a product. So he'll be experts on as a HR. For example, if a person familiar in accounts, okay, so after completing BCom, you suppose Mr. Umesh is working in a accountancy department. So you will know only about the money flow, cash flow, balance sheet, ledger, trial balance. Only Umesh will work and he will expertise and he will be specialized only in that particular work. He doesn't know how to do marketing, how to do advertisement, how to increase the sales, because he used to do his nature of job is based upon the core area. Okay, so whereas in divisional structure, managerial development is easy due to greater autonomy and chance to perform multiple functions. Okay, so what do you mean by autonomy? As I said, it is a independent. So in first period we have discussed about this point. It is a autonomy, either it is called as independent or they have freedom to do or else they have freedom to select the decision what they are willing to do. So if it is if a person working in a departmental sorry divisional structure, he will be having wider scope of experience. Next one is cost. So functional structure, there is no much expensive because it is very economical in the sense feasible for the organization those who have only one product line. So they will stick on to that. For example, Hyundai in the sense they will manufacture cars only. So they will stick on to this Ford they will manufacture only automobiles. So it is economical because they stick on to only one particular product. But whereas here it is costly. Why? Because you can see like Tata, they have a number of product lines. Voltas, Sonata, Tata Titan watch, it's a Tata product, Tata Salt, and the number of products are available. Even you can take Vibro, they are manufacturing hardware, softwares, and they are manufacturing the LED lights, LED bulbs, and even this so many things they are manufacturing. So they have more product lines. So when we have more n number of product lines for each product, we must have each separate unit. For example, Tata Nano, they are manufacturing now it is no more, but previously they had a manufacturing unit in Gujarat. And for another the Tata heavy vehicles HMV they had in another branch in another country. So they are in need of huge cost or investments. And last one is coordination. So it is very difficult to coordinate between each department. So there was a functional empire we have discussed in disadvantages of functional structure. The very first point we have discussed was functional empire. That means the people those who are working in a departmental or else the people those who are working in their specialized area, they used to use normally they used to feel they will give importance for their own functional goals compared to organizational goals, and they will say commerce is bigger, commerce is what superior than any other. Then other people will say engineering is superior than other department, and some people will say NEET is superior than any other department. Like that, we have discussing in our school. Simultaneously, in organization, they also have what a pride, ego related to their core activity. For example, HR people say HR without HR, it is none of them will work. So we are the person, the selecting right person for the right job. But finance people will say, so unless if we release fund, it is not possible for HR people to pay salary to the employees. And unless finance people release the fund, it is not possible for marketing department to do what advertisements. They have to pay for advertisements, and they need to do a lot of research. They need money. For production department, they are in need of water, raw materials. So how can they buy unless the finance department release the fund? So like that, each and every department have their own self goals and pride. In that case, coordination is very difficult in functional structure. But what about divisional structure? Coordination is easy as all functions related to a particular product are integrated in one department. Okay, if we take even you can go for Bajaj fan is there, Bajaj auto, Bajaj two wheelers. Yes. So even they have step Bajaj, they have stepped into four wheelers also. They are about to manufacture four wheelers, that is electric vehicles. So they can able the all the departments. If you take Bajaj two wheelers, all the departments they have a divisional structure, organization structure. So everything will be deal. If it is a bike, in a sense, they all the department will integrate it together and they will work. So the coordination will be very easy compared to functional structure. Are you all there, guys?
Yes, sir.
Previ pass. People together we will sit and we will what enrich our knowledge. So actually that is what called as formal group. Okay. So actually formal group is framed with some rules, regulations. For example, you need to come to school on time and we need to be punctual. We are not supposed to talk while teaching and we are not supposed to copy. So set of rules, regulations will be there, and there will be a teacher, principal, head of the department. So like that, we can able to go for so many people. Okay, so fine. So we'll discuss what is formal organization and what is informal organization. Shall we get into the topic? Okay, so formal organization. What is formal organization? Structure that is designed and framed by whom? The management. And what is then what is informal organization? Anyone? What is informal organization? So you can see informal organization refer to network of social relations which emerge on its own due to formal roles and relationship among people. Okay. So let me say some example. You can see employees with common interest in sports. So a group of while working within the organization, we will be informal, like colleagues, superiors, subordinates. So when we are away from the working place, the people those who have similar interest, so we will go together for movie as a group. We will go for sports. We will have play like cricket, shuttlecocks. So then all those things will be called as what informal informal organization. Okay. So like we have one small example. So I am your teacher, your superior, and you are my subordinate. So within the classroom, we will be following set of rules, regulations, and if we need to stick on to that rules and regulation, it is compulsory. Okay, but if it is away from the classroom, in ground, we all are playing cricket, whereas we might be in a canteen. We all will have sit together. We'll have some tea or snacks. So this is what informal group, informal organization. Got my point? So just I gave you the outline. Okay. So I will discuss you one by one in detail now. So let us start. So organization, the formal organization refer to organization structure which is designed by the management to establish or to accomplish a particular task. Okay, so like you can take in a company, a firm. So there they will have a board of directors, a team leader, team members. Okay, then team assistants இந்த மாதிரி இருப்பாங்க. இது who will design these positions and structure? The management. For what? To accomplish a particular task. Can you able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
In formal organization, position, responsibility, then authority, accountability of each level is clearly explicitly defined. Okay, so who is the manager, who is the assistant manager, and what is the responsibility of a manager? What do you mean by authority? Somewhere else we have discussed the power. Yeah, in 14 principles of management we have discussed the third principles in chapter 1, sorry, chapter 2. There is authority and responsibility. So authority is the power. Okay, then accountability, the person who is responsible for that particular task. So in organization structure, like like the formal organization structure, like chairman, managing director, then directors, then managers, assistant managers, we will divide accordingly. So we will assign roles and responsibilities and tasks in each and every person. So this is what formal organization. And second, every member is responsible to perform a specified task assigned to him on the basis of authority, responsibility, relationship. There is a systematic coordination among the various activities to achieve organizational goals. To enable smooth functioning of the enterprise, job description, rules, procedures related to work progress are laid down. The structure in a formal organization can be functional or divisional. Okay, so what is formal organization? இது வந்து என்னன்னாக்கா group of people. For example, KFC, they have planned to open a new branch in Kandambalam. So they will recruit the new team of employees, and they will appoint a person whom the what shop manager and the cashier, so then so waiters, the piece people they need to serve the people, and the chef, like that we will be having so many number of employees, and they have their own positions, then authority, responsibility. So all these things are designed by whom? The manager, or else the management. Then second thing is they have to work together in a systematic manner to achieve the organizational goals. Okay, so to enable smooth function of the enterprise, job description. What is job descriptions? In the sense the of what a person has to do. So what is his nature of job? At what time he need to report? If it is cashier, what is the role and activities carried over by a cashier in a shop? He need to be there on time until he need to be there until the shop closed, and he need to be very honest. He must have experience, and he must have what the background, accountancy background. So அந்த மாதிரி job description will be designed by whom? The management. And also the rules, regulations. ஒரு ரூல்ஸ்னா என்னது? Like what we are following in our school, we need to be there on time. We are not supposed to talk, we are not supposed to have fun in a classroom, and we are not supposed to be what eat while teaching is going on. So, like the set of rules and procedures framed by whom? The management again. So, the last formal organization may be either functional structure or divisional structure. So, in previous topic we have discussed in organization structure, functional organization structure and divisional organization structure. So, anything maybe. Have you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? So, what is formal organization? So, it is designed by management. Even you can take a very simple example. Our school. Our school consists of chairman, directors, advisor ma'am, principal, then coordinators, head of the department, teachers, students. So, teachers, then all non-teaching staffs, study teachers, office teachers, then finally students. ஸோ அதை ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு கீழே யார் இருப்பாங்க அவங்க சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நிறைய பேர் இருப்பாங்க ஃபைன் ஸோ ஹியர் ஆல் திஸ் குரூப் ஹூ வில் டிசைட் ஹூ வில் ஃப்ரேம் அந்த மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் நம்ம ஸ்கூல் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் தான் ஃப்ரேம் பண்ணுவாங்க டிசைன் பண்ணுவாங்க இப்போ நம்ம ஸ்கூலுக்குன்னு ஒரு ரூல்ஸு ரெகுலேஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது கண்டிப்பாக யூனிஃபார்ம் வேர் பண்ணணும் அப்புறம் டிசிப்ளினாக இருக்கணும் நெயில்ஸ் கட் பண்ணியிருக்கணும் அதே மாதிரி அயன்டு ஷர்ட் அயன்டு பேண்ட் தான் வேர் பண்ணியிருக்கணும் அதே மாதிரி பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா கிளாஸ் ரூமில் வி ஆர் நாட் சப்போஸ் டு மேக் ஃபன் வி ஆர் நாட் சப்போஸ் டு ஈட் வைல் டீச்சர் இஸ் டீச்சிங் டெஸ்ட் இருக்குது டெஸ்ட் ரெகுலராக அட்டன் பண்ணணும் அட்டண்டன்ஸ் கம்பல்சரி ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி வித்தவுட் அட்டண்டன்ஸ் யூ வில் நாட் பி ப்ரொமோட்டட் ஸோ லைக் தட் லாட் ஆஃப் ரூல்ஸ் ரெகுலேஷன்ஸ் இது யார் கிரியேட் பண்ணியிருப்பா மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் எதுக்குனாக்கா ஒரு காமன் கோலுக்கு ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் ஃபார்மல் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் புரிஞ்சுதா யாருக்கு ஏதாவது டவுட்ஸ் இருக்கா Is there any doubts?
No, sir.
Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.